Hello, everybody. Steven the Medium in the house. Where is everybody? Especially last week, I haven't been here because of the Facebook fiasco. You guys should be jumping on like this, right? Because you missed last week, which really was stinky because we get to do this and get very excited about doing this before the show starts. So, well, hopefully people will be coming in. Hey, Penny, how are you? Penny's the first in the house. I was just saying that last week we didn't get to do Facebook Live. Joanna, hello from Puerto Rico. And Carrie, hey, last week really stunk because we didn't get to, hey, Roselle, we didn't get to do Facebook Live because Facebook was so screwed up. Hey, Christy, and everybody else who's coming on. So I'm really excited. Betty, hey, Betty, I cannot believe that you almost went to the church Sunday. I'm going to actually have an interview this morning. I'm messed up. I think I need more coffee. I'm going to do an interview at the beginning of the show quickly. So, hey, Susan, how are you? So I'm really excited that Facebook is good live. You may, that have watched this before, may be thinking, where's the Puerto Rican, right? Where's Elix? He's here. He just had a phone call that he had to make business-wise. Now, you may think, how could he just interfere, right? This is should be the most important thing, right? My show in Facebook Live. But, here and there, things sneak in. Hey, Jermaine, how are you? Things sneak in, and so he's got to do that. So, and Caitlin, Ann, hello. So I'm really excited. I don't know if you guys, and happy spring today. Well, it's almost happy spring, right? I think it's almost 6 p.m. It's gonna start. So I'm sure everybody is really excited about that. Hey, Cindy and Lee, how are you? I was just telling everybody that Elix is here. He's just doing a phone call, taking a phone call. So, but I'm really excited that we're going to be going in. Hey, Jessica, happy spring. And doing the show. So Facebook's back on, which is a great thing. But last week was just stinky because everything was kind of screwed up. So how's everybody enjoying spring? I mean, it's a beautiful day. Hi, Lee. And it is, hi, Stephen and Elix. So Elix, hey, Jessica. Elix will be here shortly. I just realized, which I should have thought about, is that there's no clock in this room. So I'm in a conference room right next to the studio, and because there's no clock, I'm going to have to just kind of estimate when I have to get over there to start the show. Usually I have the Puerto Rican who has his phone and can tell me, or he usually handles all this. So, but before he gets in, and for anybody who's listening, or anybody who's going to listen afterwards, I think Elix was trying to poison me. So listen to this. I finally decide this past week to do something, to cook, or to do, well, not cook, because I don't cook, but at least to go out of my box, right? Just bear with me. So I decide for lunch, I'm going to make a tuna melt. So I know that we have that veggie mayonnaise, which is healthy. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I got tuna, I got that. I got low-fat cheese. I'm good. So it was Saturday. So I make the sandwich tasted good, and that night we went out. Hey, Alan, we went out, Elix and I, we went to my best friend's house, and we had a great dinner, and during the middle of that night, my stomach was not good, and I was running to the bathroom. So it's appropriate that the Puerto Rican comes in right when I'm telling the story about how he's trying to poison me, and it was because,
oh my God, please.
We're trying to figure out what it is. We all ate the same thing Saturday night, right? So we're thinking, we all ate.
Hi, everyone.
We all ate the same thing.
Did you guys miss me?
Okay, so so we all ate the same thing, and then I'm like, maybe it was the Veganese, if that's what it's called, the mayonnaise, Veganese. Yeah. It was. Do you know what the expiration date was on that? December 2018. I'm lucky I'm still living. I think I could have been, blind and in a coma from that expiration.
So first of all, listen to the diva here. how dramatic
Susan Bianco.
and how hysterical he gets.
Sharon.
But let's just please show me some
No.
hearts.
No.
For those of you who understand, why did it take me to go into the refrigerator, take a look at the bottle?
No, it
and
was me that said it was probably the mayonnaise. Seriously, I don't
It
feel
took me
I don't feel
to
the
look at the
refrigerator.
bottle and
isn't that him that should be checking the
Steven,
expiration
the
dates? Why would I look at mayonnaise expiration date?
So
Do you people?
I'm not
every
even
time-
home, but he expects me to look at the.
No, but every
What
time
is
you go in
wrong
the
with you?
refrigerator to make, like, say, like tuna fish, do you look at the
People,
expiration?
help me.
Come on, why isn't anyone giving me like any?
I'm telling you, please.
So he's trying to kill me. I think it's all about the life insurance. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still here. But that night was
Because
horrible.
he would be the first person to die from veganese mayonnaise that goes bad.
No, my stomach was horrible. Don't you understand? I never wake up. We sound like an old couple. We're a couple, Betty, but young
Betty,
couple. Betty's going to be
please,
banned.
yes. He was
Just kidding, Betty.
what? Yes, that's true. Yes.
Listen, I finally come out of my box in the kitchen and I'm so excited.
He was so proud
I
that he
was.
made and by the way, the last time he made tuna salad, he actually opened the can, water and all, and that was added mayonnaise
Me
to
too,
that
baby.
mess.
But I learned, I was like, why is this tuna fish is not supposed to be like soupy, right? Well, I didn't know you were supposed to take the water out of tuna. How the hell would I know? I just thought that was part of mixing in with mayonnaise, right? And then it all becomes tuna fish. I didn't know. So then I learned from it. And what did I learn? I learned that he's trying to poison me. That's what I learned. That's exactly what it is.
People,
What time is it?
It's almost 5:00, so we still have time. This
So
is what I deal
happy
with.
spring to everybody, right?
Happy spring.
Everyone's very excited. It's going to be at 6:00, I think it is. Happy spring. It's almost equal to the day and the night. Did you know that?
Yes, I do because I
yes.
live with you. You're like a meteorologist.
And I got to tell you that this is the day for anybody listening. This really is a great day to throw out those positive affirmations. Anything that you want to get accomplished, you have a dream board, or you just been thinking about something, a change of profession. This is the day that you want to throw it out to the energy, into the universe rather, because the energy is so huge today with it being the first day of spring and a full supermoon, as I put on my Facebook page. This just will grab the energy and move forward with it. So, and it's like, it's sort of like exaggerated. It's like you've
Like
got
you?
I know I have said this many times, but I have a Puerto Rican, in Spanish, se vende, for sale. So, hey Karen, throw out the bad stuff in your fridge. Right, Karen, he should. Yet he left it there for me to get almost killed. I almost died from this.
I should. I wasn't even home. but
Veganase
I'm
or
the
veganase or whatever
Oh
the hell
my
it was.
God.
I almost died. That's how bad it was. So, but make sure you guys throw that out. Alan, I see Alan on here. Alan is way connected spirit-wise too. I went and did a reading for him, and then at the end of the reading, he was like doing a reading for me. It was pretty amazing, Alan. So I haven't seen Alan in a long time, but what a great guy and very, very connected, like so many of you guys are. So, hey, Stacy. See, Stacy just said, Stephen, you're absolutely correct. Elix should have checked the expiration dates. So, what do you think about that?
I don't even know what
Stacy's
to think
like, I didn't say that.
Yeah. Stacy's giving me a standing ovation for putting up with you. That's what I see.
Still here, thank God. I mean, I at one point I thought my organs were all shutting down from this poison in the mayonnaise, right?
Can you see how dramatic? This is what I live with.
Yeah, it was very, very bad.
He was dying
Yeah, it was
because he
very
ate bad veganese, not even regular mayonnaise, by the
And
way.
I was nauseous, and that's the worst thing, right? Then I was like, did I pick like a GI thing up, like that neuro thing? Stephen, my daughter's boyfriend is from Puerto. Really? So that's great, Betty. So when he goes back, he can take this one back with him. How's that?
You wouldn't even know. Listen, I'm away.
I wouldn't be poisoned if you were away.
I'm away for an hour, and you get yourself poisoned. If I was not home,
because of
you
dirty
wouldn't even
mayonnaise
eat.
in the refrigerator, filthy, expired mayonnaise. So, right?
God, people, take him. Take him.
I'm not surprised, Alan. I'm not surprised at all that you got much better. Not surprising at all. So, do we have to go next door?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost time.
I hope you guys are going to stay with us. But if you didn't hear me, everybody, make sure you throw out to the universe anything you want. Even if it's something that's been sort of like on your bucket list that you want to get accomplished, this is the greatest day for, because there's so much energy with the supermoon, with the beginning of spring. It's it just kind of just grabs the energy and just will pull it in. So it actually helps. So make sure you do that. And it's a great day to like get rid of all the negatives. Like if you're just holding on to something, or you're mad about something, just let it go, because it's not benefiting you, and it's just gonna, by letting it go, it's just gonna give that much more space for much more positive stuff to come into your life. And the funny thing is, you just never know until you do it. Because if you don't do it, it doesn't come into your life, and you just have no idea, right?
Yeah. So how about you let go the mayonnaise?
Oh, well, I
Fiasco,
would.
let
I
it go.
would. I just want to make sure that I'm going to be okay, because it's only been
Oh, my
4 days.
God.
So
All right.
He's
a great cook. So am I.
All right, we got to get next door.
All right, guys.
So come
we're
with
gonna
us.
we're gonna come to the studio. You're gonna be with us. Just bear with us. Okay. I don't know. If the line's not gonna be open because Steven has a guest coming, and I have no idea how he's gonna navigate the rest of the show. Maybe he already told you guys, but we are about to get started here.
I forgot ours, but I wiped all them down.
Oh, okay. Did you tell people about not calling?
No. How? No.
I called her.
Yeah, Mark figured it out for me.
She's there.
Oh, so everyone on Facebook Live, next week's Mark's show is going to be all Christmas music, the Christmas season.
He's not even going to be here next week.
The week after. When he comes back, he's committed to doing an all Christmas music.
Mark's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I seriously asked, I said to Jim, I said, well, since I'm not gonna be here next week, are you doing 2 hours of Christmas music? And he gave me the dirtiest look.
Well, because he's a Scrooge like you, Jim is.
No, he isn't.
Yeah, he doesn't like Christmas music,
Yes,
right?
he does.
He does?
Started playing it on the rotation the day after Thanksgiving.
I didn't know that.
He
Wow.
outdid me.
Wow.
So where does this go? Oh,
Isn't it plugged in?
Oh, no.
So you get to see behind the scenes
Underneath the.
at WARA radio
there.
station. Look at
You're
Elix.
gonna see an adapter, little like cord. It should be right underneath the lip of the table.
Look at work in progress right here.
Hold on.
Yeah, right here. Where are you? What are you doing? Plugging it in?
yeah. I have the cable here.
You gotta plug it in here.
Where does it go?
You got it.
We're battling.
So where
Elix
does
is
it
battling
go?
over
Wait
a
a minute.
speaker.
Steven, it goes in there? Are you sure?
Yeah, it goes in here. Look. Yeah, right here. In there. That goes in there.
Doesn't wanna. Ah, there we go. It was just being. It was
See,
just being difficult.
If these two didn't have me, this whole station would just probably just collapse.
Oh,
You wanna do this?
Yeah, right.
I'll go. Why?
No, thank you, Mark. I need you.
Yeah, right. Seriously,
I
Mark.
need you to do the boards. You need to produce. Right? But happy spring to everybody. This is a very exciting day. Almost completely equal daylight to nighttime. It's pretty cool.
Yes,
So
it's now spring.
yes, it is. Well, it's like great. It's 5 of 6, isn't it? Isn't it happen at like
Yeah.
something like that? So
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
really
right.
close.
That's right.
Hey Jane, it's hard. The cool thing is it's spring and the sun's staying up longer, but it's kind of more difficult. Judy Lambert, hello Judy. And Kayla, if I'm saying that correctly, with this son, and Heidi, how are you? So if you guys didn't hear me, make sure today, Angie, hey, make sure Tom Ayot's in the house. Make sure you give into the universe whatever you want to get accomplished today. Today's a huge day because it is the beginning of spring. It's a super moon, so there's a lot of energy here connected to the to Mother Earth, to the tides. So it's kind of like it's on steroids today. And what's that?
Does that mean it's gonna be like totally freaked out today?
It could be freaky today. No, when you just said that, I'm like, what happened? No, it's hey David. So this is a great day because it's like the universe is on steroids. So whatever you put into the universe kind of gets it gets not only grabbed, but it gets just exaggerated into the
Hi,
universe
Susie.
to help you. Hey Croaks, if that makes sense. Hey Lori. So we're just about ready to do the show, but this is a day. Anything on your bucket list? I was saying if you want to change maybe a profession, ask what you want and put it into the universe. On the flip side, any negative stuff, get rid of. Just throw it out into the universe. So
Are you gonna do another Facebook Live reading this week?
yeah, no, not this week. No, because
Okay.
I would do it on Tuesdays. Oh my. Are you saying that, Tom, because I'm just so handsome? Tom looked at me and was like, oh my God, you haven't aged, right? That's what he's saying oh my for, right, Tom? Tom's like, no. All right, we're getting ready to start. This is going to be a great show too. I have somebody that I'm going to interview right at the beginning, who is incredible woman. About 20 seconds. So I forgot our headphones. This one's having a lot of trouble. This
Yeah,
Puerto
today
Rican.
is not a good day for me.
You good?
Yeah, I think
You good?
so. Yeah.
Show starting.
You can reach them online at bedding-center.com
Okay, guys.
or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Okay.
Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static and happy spring, happy vernal equinox. This is such a wonderful day, so much energy. I have here Coach Elix.
Hello,
I
everyone.
almost forgot your name.
Somehow that wouldn't surprise me.
After
Today,
26 years, who are you,
Yeah,
Ralph?
seriously.
And Mark producing the boards, the show. So we're very happy to have him. And before I actually, I have someone that I'm going to bring on the line who you are going to absolutely love. But just quickly, I wanted to say happy spring. Anybody and everybody listening to the show, make sure today, if there's anything on your bucket list, if there's anything that you want to change for 2019, put it in the universe, because today, not only being spring, but also full supermoon, it's the universe, the energy, Mother Earth is on steroids today. So throw it out there. It's everything gets grabbed and exaggerated, and that's what you want. And I also said on Facebook Live, on the flip side, get rid of all the negativity. Just get rid of it. If you're holding on to anything, any anger or any jealousy, get rid of it, because it's not serving a purpose for you. It's not a benefit. It's not beneficial to you. But I also say that by doing that, remember, you're opening up. If you do that and get rid of the negativity, you're opening up space for more positivity, which is going to just bring you forward and hopefully to exactly what you want. And one other thing that I didn't even mention to Elix, because this just happened, I just want to give a condolences to somebody in a restaurant that Elix and I frequent all the time in Rhode Island, Wright's Chicken Farm.
What happened?
They lost a young man that worked at the restaurant, Ryan, and I am sending out all the white light and all the energy I can possibly, healing energy, to the family. The reason why this is, it's difficult enough to lose someone young, but Elix and I know at this organization, Wright's Chicken Farm, is huge in Rhode Island, but it's like a family with with the staff and the people. I mean, Nikki, who runs the gift shop, reached out to me. She's an amazing woman, and just wanted to share with me that information and just how sad the staff is. Going from Wendy and Michelle, Sasha that work there, Christina at the front desk, Jeff that runs the place. It's a family-run restaurant. I can't imagine what everyone's going through, never mind Ryan's family. So just from myself and Elix, and I'm sure Mark, because Mark has been going there forever, we're just all sending our condolences and healing energy to Ryan, his family, and to all the staff there, because you don't find a better staff at Wright's Chicken Farm. You just don't. They're just the kindest people there are, and thus the reason why we keep going. I mean, never mind the food is great, but we go back there because of these people, and I just wanted to throw that out. But I have, on a positive note, a wonderful person that I am going to bring on to the show, and let me just introduce her. This is Reverend Susan Robillard, and she's founder and pastor of the First Spiritualist Church of Rhode Island, and it's at 83 South Rose Street, East Providence, Rhode Island. Are you there, Susan? I'm doing so well, Susan, also, and I'm so excited that you agreed to come on so that we could chat and I could just share you. Not that I want to share you because I just met you, so I sort of want to keep you to myself, but I want to share you because of what you do. So why don't we just start, Susan, by telling everybody who Susan is. Where did you start? How did this church come about? Just give us some information on you. What's that beeping? Absolutely. Wow. Wow. Right. Oh. Wow. Oh my God. All right, Susan, let me stop you there because we have to take a quick break. So just hold on because there's a lot more I want to get from you. So we'll be right back with Susan Robillard, okay? Perfect.
I forgot, when you dial out, the FCC requires.
That beep?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
so that the person on the other end knows that
Oh, that they're being
they're on
recorded.
the air.
Oh.
When you call in, you don't get it because you know you're gonna be on the air.
Oh. Yeah, it's annoying. I
Oh, I
would
know,
not
it's
do
so
that again.
distracting,
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Um, they don't
Unlike
hear
historian
it, I
Middle grade
believe.
author Lisa Graff will
I'm
introduce
trying to
her new
remember
novel,
if they hear it
Far
all the
Away.
time or just.
Far Away is a novel.
Well, I know that when I've listened to like shows on WARA,
Yeah.
that when someone calls out, like Dave calls out, you don't hear that beeping when you're listening to the show.
Yeah, well, normally they're not calling out.
No, but I've been listening to Dave when he's actually
Oh,
called
maybe-
somebody,
Oh,
and
okay.
and I don't know if because I hope that people can't hear that, or I should. Well, no one's. I don't know. Is anybody listening to WARA on Facebook Live that can tell me if you can, as I'm talking to Susan, if you can hear the beep? There's a beep like
I
every.
guarantee you they're hearing it because it's like when you call an agency and they tell you you
Yeah, but I know for a fact when I've heard Dave King call somebody, and they picked up, and there's no beeping. So maybe you can't hear it.
Unless there's a different way to do it that I don't know about.
Let's see. There, yes, hear the beeps.
You hear the beep?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Can you tell her just to call in?
Do we have any
I
lines?
could.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do that.
Tell her to call right back.
All right, let me do that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get rid of that beep because it's very distracting.
Hello?
The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks has been part of the Attleboro area since 1906. They have always been involved in community
blocked
service and
because I put it on the
fundraising,
board.
giving back to our veterans, supporting our seniors, and providing youth enrichment opportunities, such as soccer and hoop shoots, fishing derbies, and dictionary
Unless I just
projects,
tell her
while
to,
also providing
but if I tell her to call back, people are gonna call
The Elks are
probably,
over
right?
800 strong locally, and their members are their greatest asset. To learn more, you can go to attleboroelks.org.
But people are saying they can hear the beep.
Elks care, Elks share.
Yes,
Mystery
yes.
lovers, look
Yeah,
out.
everyone.
Charles Todd, the mother-son writing team, are joined by investigative reporter.
So you can't get her now, Mark, until we go back on the air?
Yeah.
Story bookstore. This week on WACS Watch, the Black
I
Ascot.
was saying, oh, I
Look
should
at
have
the latest
dropped, I
edition
could have
of the Rutledge
dropped
Mystery
it.
Series. You can watch
And
this
then-
program and all of our quality programs.
But then I mean, if she's not,
Yeah.
I gotta tell her to call back.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
I did-
when we should go back on, I'm gonna just tell her.
And make sure tell people not to call. We're gonna see if we can get this fixed.
Because I don't want to dump a call.
And welcome back to Through the Static. Susan, are you with us? Susan? Susan, I have a big favor to ask you. We're having a little technical difficulties that we called you, and there's a beeping that keeps happening every like 7 seconds, which is annoying, very annoying that people are hearing. Can you just hang up and just call us back? It's 508-222-1320? Perfect. Thank you, Susan. So you know what? This is just all part of radio, right? You just never can estimate or figure out what's going to happen. But I got to tell you, this beeping, and I just checked with Facebook Live, and thank you guys on Facebook Live. They said that they can hear the beep too. So, and it's just
very distracting.
It is so distracting. So that must be Susan, right? I hope. Susan?
Hold on.
Hello, Susan. Okay, perfect. So no more beeping. Susan, it was just so distracting. And I asked people on Facebook Live if they could actually hear it live as we're talking. And they said yes. And I'm like, I can't keep this beeping going on. So I apologize, Susan, but we're clear now. It's just you and me on the radio and a million people listening, Susan. Exactly. See, so I love it. So tell me. So pick up on how you came to the church, to the spiritualist church. Like, because I know you started in another church than Rhode Island before you found this. So tell me about that. Wow. 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 Hmm. Spirit just led you. But how did you jump from there to where you are now in founding finding the church? Wow. That's great. Wow.
I'm curious.
Yeah, please. Hmm. I didn't. You know, Susan, I didn't. And also you have a section for clothing too that I don't think you mentioned. Yeah. Well, there is, but I'll tell you, Susan, and for everyone who's listening, so Susan and I met just recently. Susan saw a flyer that I was doing an event. So Sunday I went to her church, and I know I told you and your husband Ernie the same thing. But Susan, it blew my expectations. I was fortunate enough that Susan brought me down. I was able to see the rooms downstairs where they were doing a class after service. I got to see the food pantry, the library where the clothes are. The energy in that service, and that's all, it really is all based on you and Ernie, that you've brought this energy in. The people were incredible, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm very excited to just share what my experience was. And when I was in the in the service, I know that you mentioned that there was a woman there that wanted to work and didn't have a vehicle, correct? Tell everybody about that. And you know what? The gentleman who was actually at the service that actually donated the van, and you had him, I don't know if you had him stand up or whatnot. But Susan, exactly, he didn't want anybody to look at him. It wasn't he wasn't, let me be acknowledged, I'm the best guy, look what I did. He would have preferred you just to go right by it. It was incredible. So let me ask you, Susan, do you have time to stay with us? We have to take another break. I'd love to keep talking. Perfect. So hang on and we'll be right back. What a wonderful woman.
What was that?
What a wonderful woman. That her and her husband, if you guys are listening, for the First Spiritualist Church in Rhode Island, which is pretty incredible. I didn't even know it existed. Went there Sunday for the first time. There were, I was trying to count, maybe 100 people in the audience. It was incredible. And they do like 3 songs during the service, and when I walked in, she saw me, she came, she grabbed my hand, she brought me around, introduced me to people, and she said, you pick out the songs. You like the Beatles? You pick a Beatles song out. And I'm like, I don't like the Beatles. Now, no one, don't hate me for that, but I'm just, it was just not my time, and I've never really clicked with the Beatles. She said, all right, you pick your song. So I picked an ABBA song, and a Bette Midler song, and a Michael Jackson song, and it was wonderful. It was really great. But I was saying that because when the songs played, people stand up, and they have it's incredible. They have these TV screens, and like it's like karaoke, and everybody's singing along with it, and everyone's dancing. This church was pretty incredible. But when she ever showed me the food pantry, that anybody in the church or anybody that knows someone in need that needs, they had like Depends for older people, like tons of them. They had canned goods, paper towel, toothbrushes. It was pretty amazing. And then on the side, the clothing what I thought was amazing is that she had it, like she mentioned, she had it organized. It was like for young girls, for adult women, for young boys, adult men, in sizes. It was like you're at Kmart. It was pretty incredible. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm listening.
Felix is looking at me like he has something to say. It was good.
Yeah, that sounds incredible.
It was. Her and her husband are pretty incredible, but for them, and they clearly don't do this, not that they make a lot of money anyway, but they don't do this for the money. It's, she said, you join this church, this is your new family. So it's pretty amazing. Well, you can tell the sun is staying up longer because this is the first time we've done a show, Facebook Live, and the sun has been in my face the entire time. So it's just, sun is getting up further and further, right? This Puerto Rican's up to something. Back to the show. And welcome back to Through the Static. I am speaking to Reverend Susan Robillard. Susan, when we were on break, I was telling Facebook Live people, as well as just reiterating to Elix and to telling Mark, who produces the show, that the people in your service, when the songs came on, and I told them how I was able to select some of the songs, which was so cool, but when they came on and with the TV screens that you could read the words, but it wasn't just people. It wasn't people just, standing. There were people actually singing. They were dancing. I've never, honestly, Susan, I've never experienced a service like that everybody. Susan, I've never experienced a service like that everybody. Is this spirit? Did you just hear me, right? I guess so. I guess so. So, and I was just explaining again, like I was able to go down and see all these the food pantry and the clothing and I was more impressed that the clothing was in particular sizes and sexes, and it was pretty amazing. But what Susan, how has this changed you? Like with you and Ernie, and your husband is the best too. I got to meet Ernie; he's the best. And as you said, a trans medium, which we're going to have to see at some point. But tell me, like, what has this church given you, Ernie? What has it changed you? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Wow. Right. Wow. Well, you know what was amazing too is that I when I finished the service and got into the car and called Elix, Elix said, "Did you go out for lunch? Where have you been?" I'm like, "Elix, I've been at the church. I didn't want to leave the church. It was such a great experience." But even when I was leaving, I mean, you were going in to counsel someone. It was pretty remarkable, Susan. And for anybody who may not know what a spiritualist church is, or maybe even if you don't want to leave your church, if you're at a church or don't want to join, you really should at least once come and experience this, because I guarantee you it's going to be unlike anything you've ever experienced. And when I went in and sat down, there were two people, in the seats next to me, and it was a gentleman and a young woman, and they could not have been nicer. And the woman was just telling me, when I said this was my first time here, she started telling me about how every week it changes, and the various mediums that come in and the classes that come in. And what I loved, what your husband said to me, was that you have a schedule for the year of mediums coming in. And I'll tell you, Susan, what really stuck with me is when your husband said to me, "Listen, we do the schedule and we give mediums twice, 2 times a year. And then if there's leftover, we figure it out." And I may be screwing this up, but I think this is what Ernie told me. And Ernie said, this is not about giving mediums that people like better more time, because for us this is not a popularity contest. This is to get because every medium is different. That's why mediums are so terrific, right? And it's a way to keep it fresh and keep it changing. When Ernie said that to me, I'm like, wow, this really is it just keeps going on and on and on, of the positive, and like just these these things I was hearing that were just, they were amazing. They really were, Susan. Why, thank you. Wow. Right. Hmm. And, and clearly, you two are doing a phenomenal job just based on when I pulled up. I was talking to my best friend, and he said to me, "Are there other people there?" And I said, "Are other people there? It looks like the parking lot of Kmart. I mean, this, well, maybe I'm aging myself, right? Because I don't know how good Kmart's doing now, but you know what I mean. There was a lot of people pulling in the parking lot, and just people waiting for people to come in, and it was just, it was pretty. Again, the experience was just terrific. And when I got home, actually, I called you, Elix, right on the way,
Yes.
and just told. But you were going to ask Susan something, weren't you?
Yes, I was going to ask you, how many members do you have?
Yeah, yeah.
That alone will get me there. But I do have another question. How do you want the listeners to support your initiatives? I mean, of course, you want them to come into the service, but there's so many things that you're doing. Are you looking for donations? What sort of? And maybe you can put their website on your website.
I will absolutely do that. Look at Susan. You haven't even met Elix, and look how pushy he is, huh? He's. I know. He's just
Susan,
not a pretty face.
You may have a new roommate because he was offering me away during the Facebook Live because allegedly I tried to poison him.
That's a whole different story,
whole different
Susan.
story,
whole different
but-
story. But listen, I will definitely put this on my website. So I've been talking to Reverend Susan Robillard, founder and pastor of the First Spiritualist Church of Rhode Island, 83 South Rose Street, East Providence, Rhode Island. The mass is the service rather, is at 10 o'clock. Sunday mornings. It is spiritualistchurchri.com. And I can't tell you how excited I am that you came on the show. We were able to just promote your church, which I think is amazing. And I will see you tomorrow night at my event. You'll get to meet Elix, and I'm very excited about that, Susan.
Nice to meet you as well.
I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Listen, have a great rest of the afternoon, Susan. And you give a good hug, Susan. All right, listen, you have a great day. Oh, thank you. Love to you, Susan. We'll be back.
Bye, Susan. So Kayla, I'm just looking at these comment.
Perfect.
Are there any,
No, it was so perfect. Yeah, without that beep.
Steven, are there any tickets still left for tomorrow night? I'm not sure.
No.
No. So the answer is, sorry, no.
That would be a negative.
Just reading.
Attleboro Arts
You
Museum.
still have a call that's been on hold for 45 minutes.
Oh, come on.
So whoever is waiting for you
Hi.
Now celebrating
is.
I should have actually said I wasn't doing readings, but I'm gonna clearly do a reading.
Take the
Yeah,
call.
I mean, I definitely, because this poor person.
nature-themed exhibition
Yeah,
of
because it still says hold, which means I haven't hung up.
Well, they means they just really want it. So
Now somebody
this-
will try to get in the other.
We're small, just a few.
Yeah, because the interview's
because
done.
of your big mouth.
Well, they can't hear him.
Sure they can. We have a Facebook Live. Hello. Hi
With
everyone.
the best Facebook people ever. That was good, huh? Hey,
now-
Kathy.
He
Kathy
loves
Tolman,
me.
Hey.
He loves me again.
Hey, Janice. You know, once I start the show, hey, Lori.
You forget that you.
No,
just
no, I
want-
can't really look at Facebook as I'm doing the show, but that interview was amazing. I saw Bernie there, Ben's, hey, it's Kathy. So nice to see everybody. Carol, this woman is so incredible and just will give the shirt off her back.
I think what happened, they called forever and finally gave up.
/business.
After all this time?
Yeah.
Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad
I
Council.
think what happened when she came back,
Mental health
she
and
had a
just
radio
physical
on
health
or
is an important part
something.
of
You would
every
hear it
person's overall
yourself.
well-being.
Oh yeah, just one little quick clip though. That was
Yeah,
that, she must or maybe her husband or somebody
You
put
do
it
have
on.
a call.
Okay.
On Mondays at 6 p.m. on WARA.
I can ride one call in and
So that'll be your
by subscribing
next
to the Exploring Mental
email.
Illness podcast on the
You should take the call. He is going to take the call.
Yeah.
He is. Yes.
who's being my boss?
Hey Heidi.
Heidi.
Maybe Heidi's the one on hold. Yeah, he's going to take the call.
Anything for you, Heidi. And welcome back to Through the Static. I just have to say that interview was amazing. This woman, I just said to Facebook Live that this woman is a type of person, and her husband Ernie would just take off their shirts from their back to give to somebody else. If they had $5 left, they would give the $5 to someone standing outside of CVS that didn't have anything. Like, they would never say that to anybody, but the essence of who they are, you can feel. That's why this church is so successful. I cannot wait, Elix, for you to come on a Sunday to experience this, because the energy in that place. If you go in a sort of like a down mood or a bad mood, I guarantee you're leaving not in that same kind of mood, because it's impossible with everybody. Everybody just in a positive mode and singing mode and just loving the people that are there. They're all there for the same reason. And Spirit, Susan saw my flyer for the event tomorrow night and actually called me and said, "Is this Stephen?" And I said, "Yes." And then I heard, "Is this Stephen?" And I said, "Yes." So we just had a great conversation, and I can't wait to see her and some of the people from the church that are gonna be there. So I've been instructed by Facebook Live that I need to take a call. Who's been waiting? So let's do it. Hello, this is Stephen. Hello. Yes, who's this? Penny, how are you? Good. I'm so glad that you are here and I get to talk to you. And actually, you're my first reading because of the interview. So this is good, right? It is. So Penny, let me just quickly tell you before I start the actual reading, is that I don't know if you heard on Facebook or not, or heard what I on the radio. Today is the best day to give your thoughts, your wants, your desires, your dreams into the universe, because with the full moon, the super moon, the first day of spring, I was telling everybody this is the day to do it. So if you have anything, if you just want to be better in your life or have better things around you and also get rid of all the negativity, that's what you need to do today, okay? Well, Penny, that's a very good question. It's just the best way to do it is to verbalize or vocalize it, and just actually, just like if you were speaking, at a podium to an audience of 100 or an audience of 1, just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I did it this morning. I was stuttering. I couldn't even get the words out of what I wanted to say. It's not about that. The universe just wants us to take advantage. So you just say you're looking for a new job. You just, as an example, you just want to give to the universe. I know, universe, you're listening. I really think I could give back and be in a better place, in a new position, in a new job. I know this doesn't guarantee me that by doing this, tomorrow I'm going to get a phone call with a new job, but it's a way to put it into the universe. And once you do that, Penny, it's going to come back. I mean, whatever you give to the universe is going to come back. So just verbalize it however you want, I mean, you can do it mentally also, but I think there's something to be said to do it vocally and just give it to the universe. You have all night, so you can even if you did it, for anyone listening as well as you, Penny, even if you did it and just thought, but wait a minute, I missed something, just take a second, write stuff down if there's anything that you want to give, and then at that point just give it. But it's good if you can do it by the end of today, just because of the last supermoon of the year and because of it being spring. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. So you Penny, too, getting, because Spirit's like, are we gonna talk or not? I'm like, yes. So your loved ones are stepping forward. Penny, is your dad crossed? Your father is the first to step forward, but there's also a mom figure here too. Is it your mom? Okay, so both parents are stepping forward. I was gonna say that you've got so much love around you with Spirit, but your father just said that he knows of difficult times. So what your dad's saying, and it doesn't mean that it necessarily is going on now. I mean, we all have difficult times, but what your father and your mother are just giving a sort of like a validation about just knowing, since you've been on this physical plane, what's been going on with you. And your father keeps telling me, you just, there's times that you feel like things are getting better, and something else happens, and it's like a slap in the face. So just, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it could be just around you, maybe like a child or so that's happening. But there's where does the Penny? Where does the sadness or depression come in? So Spirit, your dad and your mom bring that up. It's just to give a validation that they know what's going on and how much they're helping. Penny, you've got a lot of angels around you, and when I see a lot of angels around somebody, it just means that they're there to make sure that you keep moving forward, because there's a reason why you're here, and you've got a lot more to give in this physical plane. And what the angels and what Spirit, your mom and dad, are saying is that they want to make sure you get that, and don't want you ever to feel like just giving up, because you're here for a reason. And regardless of what's going on externally around you, whether in the past or now, it doesn't matter. You've got such a white light around you. And that's the reason why angels are around you. Listen, Penny, if you've got angels saying, Penny, you've got to keep moving forward, because you affect so many people. I don't think you can get much higher than that. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's just mom and dad just giving that as a validation. Where does I have cancer in me though? Who was mom or dad crossed from cancer? Well, were you going to say something? Okay, so no, it's just them, just letting you know that, and it's not surprising that it's that same kind of mom, dad sort of position, just letting you know that they're also stepping forward, and that there's a big band of Spirit with you, and just making sure you're okay. But the sadness around, it's just a way that Spirit's acknowledging it, but also trying to say it's you're coming out of it, and it's going to get better, but you just need to hang on. Like within the year, did someone move? Okay, so it's just know, Penny, it's just a way that Spirit are helping. Your dad just said that they helped you find wherever you are. So I don't know, because it's do you like the place? They're saying that it's nice. So just know that your mom and dad are the ones that are helping, and Spirit's helping to sort of give you a break, if you will. And never ever doubt, your mother just said, how much love you have from people around here. And the worst thing is when you're disappointed, someone disappoints you, and you kind of hang on to that and kind of like give up the trust and just not want to deal with that anymore. But it's just your mom and dad saying that the positives of the people around you that love you so much just so offset anything else that you may experience. So I'm at the end of the show, Penny, so I have to stop. But I'm so glad that it's not a mistake that you were the only one that I did a reading for today that you got through. So make sure, when this goes on archive, you can get this on my YouTube channel, which is Stephen the Medium, or the WARA radio website. Go back and listen to it, because I think you need to hear it, okay? Penny, so much love to you, okay? Alrighty, bye-bye. So this hour just flew by with Susan, which was an amazing interview. I love it. I can't wait to see her tomorrow. I will be at the Crown Plaza tomorrow at 7
And it's
o'clock.
sold out.
And it's sold out.
Sold out event.
Which is wonderful. I cannot wait to do this. I get very excited that I get to share messages from Spirit. But
And many people will get to meet us for the first time.
Exactly, which is nice, which is very nice. So my website is stephenthemedium.com. That's where you can find me, my YouTube channel. I'm also on Instagram with Stephen the Medium. I get Coach Elix here. Elix, your website?
Performance Coaching by Elix.
So simple. And thank you to Mark, who does the best job for us producing. And Owen, just the last thing, I didn't do a lot of readings today because of the interview, but I will be on Dave Kane's show where it all started. I'll be back home with Dave and Donna, 9 o'clock Saturday morning doing readings. So if you
They can
call,
call.
Exactly, and you didn't,
Is it the same number?
yeah, 508-222-1320.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting right here, and I can't wait because it's going to be so nice to get to see Dave and Donna. And it's
He
really,
should be so lucky that you're going to be coming in and you're going to be bringing
I'm
in
so
a lot of
lucky
people.
because it's where if it's wasn't for Dave, this whole thing wouldn't have happened. So
He should be so lucky. Don't
fight between Elix and Dave. All right, listen, everybody, happy spring. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.